Hello, everybody. Okay, so I wanted to make this video really quick and go over the idea that some people have, and it's still going around, which sort of baffles me, that the shooter, which is believed to be Tyler Robinson, did not have the rifle wrapped in the towel when he jumped off of the roof of that Losi building. So I have a video that's done by Gray Hughes that I am going to go over. The police describe what they see in the video. So we're going to listen to what they describe seeing that's in the probable cause statement, and then the video is going to go to the footage.
At approximately 12:15 hours, suspect was observed walking up the stairs that lead to the common area adjacent to the Losi Center building. Suspect walked to a short concrete wall that separates the common area from the rooftop of the Losi Center building. At approximately 12:17 hours, the suspect climbed over the short wall and appeared to crouch down on the north side of the wall on the rooftop. At 12:22 hours, suspect stood up and started running across the rooftop. Now the thing is everything that they're looking at is on the same camera right here. They're literally looking at this whole camera footage.
Okay,
Let's go all the way back to the beginning.
so do you see how far away the camera actually is? That is why it's hard to see that he's holding a rifle, because they have zoomed it in really close and the pixels sort of blow everything out. And the barrel of a rifle is extremely skinny. There are parts of this video where his legs look extremely skinny and thin. So it would be very difficult to pick up the barrel of the rifle on there. But there's a few frames where you can tell that that's what's going on.
Right here, and that's what they can see. They can see him walking right here, right before 12:02. Then he goes into the entrance.
And this is a 360 camera, so it actually, the footage that we have that they released is them panning in and out and moving the camera from, angle to angle, because it is a 360 camera.
Over there, then they can pan the camera over. They can see that he went up the staircase up to the roof. They can see it all. They can see a suspect run over there. Now, we just haven't seen it yet. But this probable cause document describes what they see. And everybody thinks if they can't see it, therefore it's not real. But just use common sense. I mean, this is exactly what they're looking at here. So he appeared to scoot along the rooftop area.
Okay, so he's reading from the probable cause statement, and this is going to describe, this is the authorities describing what they saw on the video footage. And they have way more than what they've shown us, but this is their description.
As he got closer to the edge of the rooftop, at approximately 12:22 hours, the suspect laid down in a position consistent with a prone shooting position near the edge of the rooftop and appeared to be facing west in the direction of the courtyard area. The rooftop of the Losi Center building overlooks the area. And then at 12:23, Charlie Kirk was shot. And then surveillance shows that the suspect stood up suddenly from the edge of the rooftop and sprinted north on the rooftop of the Losi Center building. The suspect ran to the northeast corner of the Losi Center building, that's what we just watched, and approached the edge of the rooftop. So they explain all of that because that's part of what they were looking at. We, as the public right now, have only seen the part where he's running off, and probably 10 seconds or so after he stood up, or after the firing of the weapon. We see that part. So the suspect ran to the northeast corner of the Losi Center building and approached the edge of the rooftop. The suspect placed a dark-colored item on the rooftop and proceeded to lower himself off the rooftop. The suspect dropped off the rooftop onto the grass below. The suspect ran north near the parking lot to the east of the Losi Center. At approximately 12:24 hours, the suspect ran north across Campus Drive Road. The suspect appeared to be carrying an item whose identity is not clear from the surveillance. But again, circumstantially, and even in the video itself, you see it. The area to the north of Campus.
Okay, so the thing they're describing is the rifle, right? So they can't exactly see the rifle, but they can tell that he's holding something that is long and wrapped in a towel. And then later where he runs off to, in because they're able to follow the path with the cameras. The direction he runs off to is into some woods off on the side of the road there, and then they find a rifle wrapped in a towel.
Campus Drive Road, where suspect crossed over, consists of a grassy area with trees, etc. We've shown it. And then inside the woods, they discovered a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a dark-colored towel. There you go. I mean, that is circumstantial evidence that that's exactly what he's carrying. The rifle was determined to be a Mauser 98 30-06 caliber bolt-action rifle. The rifle had a scope mounted on top of it. Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Look at that. See right there, he's putting an object down. You see that? Now you might not be able to see the barrel of the gun because it's so thin that because it's pixelated in a distance, it doesn't show up. There's certain points in here where his legs look like toothpicks. So if you look right there, it's also the angle here. He's putting the rifle down, wrapped in a
So do you see how skinny his body is and stuff?
towel. That's not a backpack, everybody. That's not a backpack. You can literally see it on him right here. See that? That's the backpack. And then he steps down onto the ledge. Let's get it right there. And then
Okay, see that thing sticking up? That is the rifle wrapped in the towel.
reaches up and grabs it. Now look at this right here. That's the rifle. This whole object right there is the rifle.
So that is a rigid rifle-like type item that he's holding as he's jumping down.
See that? He had put it down. Now he's lifting it up with the right hand. And look at, he swings it down. See that? Right here. This whole length here is the rifle. And then he's got the rifle in his right hand. And he kind of lowers it down. And then he jumps to the ground. So let's rewind that a little bit just to see the whole jump. There it is, jumping down. He's got it in his hands. And then boom, hits the ground. It's in his right hand. Right now he picks it up. And look, he's got it in his right hand. See how he's raising up right now? There is the...
So there is a floppy spot on this towel because he's got it wrapped, but then there's like a little floppy end, like on the end, it's, you know, loose hanging over. So that's what you see there is just the floppy loose hanging over
towel
part of the
and
towel.
He stands up and it's in his right hand. So here is him running with the rifle in his right hand. Now look right here. That's probably the pair of glasses in his hands. And then look how he kind of starts reaching up.
As he jumped down, his glasses fell. I had to pick them up.
Towards his face and tries to put it on his head. Look, watch. Right here. Right in that location. See that? He's got his hand up, putting the glasses on his head. He's struggling with it because it's kind of difficult. Like if one of the sides is closed and you're using one hand, you know what I mean? Like let's say one of the ear... the parts that go on your ear is folded. I'm not sure what you call that. So he's got to kind of wiggle it a little bit and try to jimmy it to get it on his face that he's trying to disguise who he is. And he's got his head down, glasses on. You can see right there.
So you can see the little floppy end, but he's clearly holding a rigid item in his right, or maybe it's the left. No, I think it's the
there.
right.
That's the rifle. His arms are holding the rifle in front of him. And then there's a black
Or it might be the left.
towel hanging out the end of it. I actually think the barrel might be behind him, like underneath his arm. And he's running with it. He's trying to hide it. He's really struggling with it right now.
So you can see right there the rifle in the towel, like it's rigid. It's not like a towel wouldn't look like that, right? But it's hard to see. That's why you have to break it down frame by frame.
Now it's kind of more over on his left side.
And see how he's trying to like, so nobody on this side of him sees the rifle possibly. He's kind of walking with it lined up with his leg on the, so that the people on this side don't see it towards the parking lot.
I don't know if you can see it. I mean, if you can't see it, I'm sorry. It's just so obvious. He's right there. He's moving with it. Right there. And then making his way around over here. And you can just, the whole time he's walking, you can see the rifle.
Do you see how his legs are distorted? It's not like there's some kind of crazy conspiracy with this video. It's just that the camera is so far away. It's not made to make 4K video, you know, it's just how these cameras are.
Full moving in different, like right there, there's the towel of it, corner of the roof. And then I'm going to zoom in over here and we're going to go frame by frame. So we just saw him lay the rifle on the roof right here. Now the reason we can't see the actual barrel is because it's so thin and the video is grainy. And here he is letting himself down, and then right here is a key moment. I mean, that's obviously the rifle right there. You see that? That's not his arm. And then he swings it down with his right hand. Do you see that? And look how long it is right here. Now the barrel's probably sticking out right over here. It's also possible he has it backwards, that it's over in that direction, because maybe to somebody's eye that would be harder to distinguish. All right, then he jumps off the roof right here, hits the ground, and then when he hits the ground, his glasses come off. It's not his hat, it's his glasses. If his hat was on the ground, you'd see it. He's still got his hand up by his head, and now he's finally put it down, and he's struggling with the rifle. And he's kind of over by his left side right there. And there he goes. So you can see that's the rifle.
So that's a really good frame that shows you that there is a stiff, straight, rigid item that he's trying to carry and conceal on the other side of his leg.
Right there. He's trying to swing it at the same time as his left leg. Watch. See? He doesn't want people to see it out on the street, so he's kind of hiding it right next to his side there. And then over here, I think he may have switched it over to his right side. It's hard to really make it out. I wish they wouldn't have zoomed in and did their own thing with it, but they were doing a presentation. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the original moment where he jumps off the roof again. You'll see that there's a couple frames in here that are just, it's really, really obvious. So again, right there, then he jumps down, grabs the glasses. But look at that right there. Look at this. I mean, obviously, he's trying to conceal the rifle inside of that. You'll never see, like Valhalla will never show you this kind of stuff, nor put this logically together, because he's just trying to continue a conspiracy theory. He keeps telling everybody, look, you can't put a full 30-06 down your pants. But it's been out there for a long time, Matt Kester's video, showing how you can do it, but he's sort of willfully being ignorant, not pointing that out. So here we go, right here. You see, you can actually see it in almost every single frame. It's just absolutely crazy that people are like denying it. And then from here, he goes across this video here. So Matt Kester did one where he films himself with a rifle.
Okay, so this is another creator that tried to recreate what we're seeing in the footage that's grainy and everything. So, and he did. He put a rifle in a towel.
In a open lot, and just compare sort of the way it looks. Look at that. I mean, it's the same damn thing, man. You know, he's running, and you know, you can't see the barrel at all. And look at some these frames right here, very similar.
Like this as he's looking around.
That's what it looks like. Okay, and in some of these frames, the barrel is actually sticking out. You just can't see it because it's so thin. All right, so let's go over here, and that's what it looked like. He was filmed from about this far away, and just a little bit further, and see how he's moving around. So let's go ahead and take a look at this in slow-mo. So see, that's actually, you can just barely see it, but right there is the barrel. But see how hard that is to see? Because it's so thin. Right there. So you can just see it moving up in this video. And he doesn't have it completely wrapped yet. All right, now he's going to wrap it. And the thing is, the video that we have of Tyler Robinson on the roof from the university is a 360-degree camera that is takes a frame every 6 seconds or so. So it's not as smooth as that.
Okay, so I just wanted to try to bring some clarification on the topic of, did the shooter who is alleged to be Tyler Robinson have a rifle or a rifle-like object wrapped in a towel when he jumped off the roof? That's it for me. See you next time on The Eclectic Journalist.